To Mumbai, where the ready reckoner rates have been revised after 2 years in Maharashtra, and it's the first major revision post the pandemic. The average increase for the state stands at 3.9%, while that for Mumbai is lower at 3.4%, while the prices of property in form of land or ready-made flats is surging at an all-time high. Why has the rate for Mumbai only increased marginally as opposed to other cities in the state? Well, that's something we're looking at very keenly. In fact, my colleague Anuj Raite has been tracking all the finer developments for us. This as prices surge for property in Mumbai. In fact, Mumbai metro area becomes more expensive. In terms of the statistics, the Mumbai property rate hike is by over 3%, and the Maharashtra property rates have been hiked by over 4%. In fact, the ready reckoner rates have been revised after 2 years in Maharashtra, and it's the first major revision post the pandemic. My colleague Anuj has been tracking all the latest developments for us. He joins us live at the moment. Anuj, what's behind this property price surge as far as Maharashtra and Mumbai are concerned?
There are two things for us to understand. Firstly, yes, the rise is marginal, not for the entire state, but for Mumbai region as well. But it's still a rise, which means in very plain language that property is going to get expensive. Now, we're talking about ready reckoner rates. Ready reckoner rates, in simpler terms, is also referred to as government rates. Now, this is the price at which the stamp duty is, paid to the government. So, for every unit of land, this is the least that you have to pay, and it forms the basis for the negotiation that might happen between private entities or government entities, as the market value usually is way higher than the ready reckoner rates. Now, when you talk specifically about Mumbai, it in fact has one of the lower ready reckoner rates in the state. Only after Nanded, Mumbai has got a ready reckoner rate of 3.4 as opposed to 3.9, which is the average increase in the state. And the reasons for it are plenty. Firstly, you see in Mumbai, the availability of property is very high, and the market rate of property in Mumbai is way higher than what is the case in other parts of the state, which is why the government need not necessarily put a higher ready reckoner rate, because they're anyways getting the tax collection, their duties, as compared to the other cities where they need to really promote properties for them to find enough buyers. We've had city like Solapur, which has seen a very high infrastructural development in last few years. We've seen some very major road construction taking place there, and Solapur has always been one of those fertile lands for industries across the state, which is why the increase in RRR for Solapur is close to 10%, which is the highest in the state. There are other cities in western and northern Maharashtra like Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, we have Pune, Thane, Ulhasnagar close to Mumbai, and Nashik, which have seen a rise of RRR by close to 6 to 9%, whereas for Mumbai it is only 3.4%. While the rise might still be marginal, it's still not is the best news for the people, because the property is going to get expensive. We saw the last revision take place in 2023, but that revision wasn't big enough, because back then Mumbai or the entire state had just come out of the entire pandemic economics, which is why that revision wasn't that big. So what we are seeing right now is perhaps the first big revision post 2020, which is why the market experts suggest that, considering that this revision is happening after 5 years, the marginal increase of 3.9% is something that will be welcomed by industry experts, as they expected much higher rates in this year's budget.